Myself Mamta Vanzre from ENTC department. Uh, Today I am introducing first come first serve scheduling algorithm, that is FCFS algorithm. Scheduling criteria of that is CPU utilization, throughput, turnaround time, waiting time, response time and fairness. These are the main criteria of scheduling, CPU scheduling. So CPU utilization, that keeps the CPU as busy as possible. Throughput, that number of processes that complete their execution per time. Turnaround time means amount of time to execute a particular process. Waiting time means amount of time a process has been waiting in the ready queue. Response time, that means amount of time it taken from when a request was submitted until the first response is produced, not output. For time sharing environment. Fairness, every process should get the fair chance to execute. These are the criteria. So optimization criteria, that is a maximum CPU utilization will be there, maximum throughput should be there, minimum turnaround time, minimum waiting time and minimum response time. Scheduling algorithm, there are two types of scheduling algorithms are there. One is a non-primitive type scheduling algorithm, another one is primitive type scheduling algorithm. Non-primitive, that means once a process is in ready state, it continues to execute until it terminate itself. It blocks itself to wait for input. And third one is it requests operating system service. And primitive type scheduling algorithm means the currently running process may be interrupted and moved to ready state by operating system. Preemption takes place because time period is expired, higher priority process arrives, blocked process becomes unblocked and has higher priority. CPU scheduling algorithm under primitive type and non-primitive type. FCFS scheduling algorithm is there, SJF is there, priority scheduling, round robin schedulings are there. So FCFS, that comes under non-primitive type. Shortage job first, that comes under primitive as well as non-primitive type. Priority scheduling, that is also primitive or non-primitive type. Round robin scheduling, that comes under primitive type scheduling algorithm. So first come first serve. Today we see the simplest CPU scheduling algorithm is the first come first serve, that is FCFS scheduling algorithm. With this scheme, the process that requests the CPU first is allocated the CPU first. The implementation of the FCFS policy is easily managed with a FIFO queue. When a process enters the ready queue, its PCB is linked onto the tail of the queue. When the CPU is free, it is allocated to the process at the head of the queue. The running process is then removed from the queue. The code for FCFS scheduling is simple to write and understand. The average waiting time under the FCFS policy, however, is often quite long. So let us see example of that FCFS scheduling algorithm. Consider the following process for FCFS scheduling. Process name, arrival time and process time is given. There are 5 processes are there, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Its arrival time is also mentioned and processing time is given. Processing time or CPU time, all are same. So from that you have to find out finish time, turnaround time, waiting time, average waiting time and average turnaround time. So whenever you start any numerical under scheduling algorithm, first step is find out Gantt chart. That Gantt chart depend upon process name. So here 5 processes are there. So P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. In FCFS algorithm, first process comes, that depends upon arrival time. It complete that process, then CPU goes to second process. Whenever second process completed, then CPU goes to third process, like that. So P1 comes first, its processing time is 3. P2, its processing time is 5. P3, its processing time is 2. P4, its processing time is 5. P5, its processing time is 5. So whenever you draw the Gantt chart, first process P1 comes because its arrival time is mentioned here 0. Its processing time is 3. So P1 0 to 3. Then P2 is there. It completed. Processing time is 5. So 3 plus 5 is 8. Then P3, then P4, P5. So total of that is 20. Then second step is there. From that you have to calculate turnaround time and average waiting time. Turnaround time, that is equal to finish time minus arrival time, and waiting time is turnaround time minus burst or CPU time is there. So from that Gantt chart, you find out start time and finish time. 5 processes are there. Its burst time is also mentioned and arrival time is given. You have to find out starting time and finish time from Gantt chart. That comes 0, 3, 8, 10, 15, and finish time is 3, 8, 10, 15, 20. And from that you have to calculate turnaround time, that is finish time minus arrival time is there. So turnaround time is finish time, that is 3, arrival time is 0, so that comes 3. Same you have to find out for all processes, and waiting time is turnaround time minus burst time. So 3 minus 3, that comes 0. Like that you have to calculate waiting time for all processes. Now whenever you complete that turnaround time and waiting time for all process, after that you calculate average turnaround time, that is average of all turnaround time values, 3 plus 7 plus 7 plus 6 plus 8 divided by 5 processes are there, so divided by 5, that comes 6.2. And waiting time, that is average waiting time, is 0 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1 plus 3 divided by 5, that comes 2.2. So that is the example of FCFA scheduling algorithm. Thank you.